OpenAI just released Atlas, the new ChatGPT browser. And while everyone is still wondering if it will kill Chrome or not, smart people like you should be thinking, how can I take advantage of this situation? In this video, I'll walk you through why Atlas interface gives us a glimpse of what's about to happen on AI search, 3 massive shifts I found by using it, and 4 different steps you can take this week to overtake your competitors before everybody else starts to notice. Because here's what matters the most. When people stop searching and start delegating everything to AI agents, the way that we are found online completely changes. So let's go. So instead of a traditional browser on Atlas, you can do 2 main things. One is you can ask the agent to perform some certain tasks like booking a flight or like building a shopping list or filling a form or whatever. And then you have the AI companion. In this case, it's obviously ChatGPT. And this ChatGPT just has the full context of the pages that you are. But there's also more like memory and context. The thing that I want to mention here is just not Atlas, is that this browser game is actually completely changing. And we have Perplexity with Comet, and just 2 days after Atlas was announced, Microsoft just launched this Edge plus Copilot, which is basically the same thing as Atlas. And there's also more like Brave with Leo, Opera with Aria, and Google with Gemini. Now, these AI browsers, they have some concerns like this prompt injection, which is basically instructions that are the user and they are passed to the LLM, but in a hidden format, and others like privacy concerns. But also that's not the point here. The point is that with all new technologies, we are seeing this point of convergence, which they are almost all looking like the same, which is basically just a regular search engine with a chat box with context, right? So what I really like about Atlas is that this new interface is very interesting. And I have here Atlas pulled because I have a MacBook. So right now I think you just can use it only on macOS. But I just was searching this best gardening tool for cutting weed in 2025, and you can see here we have home, search, images, and videos. And this is very interesting because, well, this is just like a traditional ChatGPT interface, of course, with a lot of citations. You still need to get cited a lot. I mean, you need to get cited more than ever, actually. And you can see here like YouTube getting mentioned, and you have this search, which is basically the SERP results. So it's very similar to Google, but it changes a bit the order. And let's see, yeah, we also have YouTube here. Then we have images and videos, and I don't know why, but it's not working. Just yesterday and before it was, maybe there's a current bug going on, but it's basically Google Images. And here the videos is like the SERP results, like the search results, but only with YouTube videos, like 95% is YouTube videos. So as we can see here, we have YouTube on any of these pages. Search, like images, probably we get some thumbnails, and videos, like 95% is YouTube. So YouTube is just going to be so big. It's one of the main takeaways I have just right now. But yeah, of course, this is just to get cited, which is the main end game right now. So the 3 shifts happening right now is that AI is just going everywhere. Right now it's in browsers, but soon will be also, like literally on the whole operating system. So basically AI performing actions on your behalf in the background. It's just more context and more personalization. Which is, well, less privacy. But yeah, of course, the objective here is to just have more context and more previous memory, which makes it more personalized, right? So the second major shift I see here is the main unlock these browsers give is just the capability to outsource any minimal task. But right now, just minimal tasks. In the future will be even bigger tasks. Like humans will be incredibly lazy very, very soon. But the UIs, the user interfaces, and the websites will need to be AI navigatable. And this is interesting because maybe in the future, instead of having like overall tooltips, or we will have like actually full text descriptions on these buttons. So the AI can have that full context directly with just that screenshot, right? And animations won't be needed as much, right? Then the third major shift is that people will not only outsource these tasks, they will outsource the information that they consume, the reading. So if you just have these, let's say I click here, you have the ChatGPT and you will just like summarize this page, right? This is what humans will start to do more and more because there is just so much info here that I just trust so much this AI that they will not care about what's written here. They will care about what the AI that knows me, that has this personalized approach to me, tells me, right? So yeah, they will just say like, choose for me. I don't want to read, tell me the best. And in the future, what matters is that your documents, your websites need to be very informative and with a lot of context. So this is basically changing the way that we build web pages forever, because before we're used to have less text, improving the conversion rates, more like marketing oriented, not too dense, with beautiful designs and animations, and yeah, focusing on converting with emotions, right? And the way that people would search for was literally searching on Google search and searching the top 10 results, and then they would pick based on title and description, or maybe if they were really picky, they would just click on every link, right? With AI and agents, it's way different, because if you have more text and more info, that actually can be way better because you're giving more context to these AI agents. So we need to optimize the current user interfaces for these agents, right? And they pick in a logical sense. They want to compare features, your reviews, the pros and cons, and then with all of the context that they have from your product, from your competitors, from the personalization of that user, they will recommend. And by this point, the user is much more convinced to buy because it's much more personalized, right? So yeah, it's super important to have deep content. And before we were just used to have less text, right? So the actions that you can take this week is, the first one is just to audit your website and your product for AI readability, right? My suggestion is just open Atlas and your website. You open the sidebar, right? This chat box, this ChatGPT, and you just ask it like, can you extract the pricing? Can you extract the features? What do you think about this product? What are the pros and cons? Would you recommend this to me? And by the way, try to open these in an incognito tab because, of course, your ChatGPT is very biased to you. So try to make it as less biased as possible. And yeah, this is just like the first audit. Then you want to just go deep on your content. The game is changing from breadth to depth, right? You need to have comprehensive, frequently asked questions, and just having detailed product documents. You need a lot of text and structured text as well, which is the third point. But yeah, like publishing case studies, having real metrics, having real numbers is very good for AI, and try to make it as much structured as possible. Also, on the technical side of things, you really need this schema validator. Just go to this website, paste your schema, and see the issues. A lot of people have issues on the schema and they don't even know. And I'll just do a full video on these later on, so if you want, just subscribe. But yeah, you just need to really nail down your schema with organization, software, FAQs as well, product schemas, and to make it machine readable, right? Structured content wins in AI search. That's what we need to aim for. And my fourth tip is, if it minimally makes sense, just start YouTube now. YouTube will be probably the best search engine in the next few years. That's also why I'm doing YouTube videos. But I think really any product should start to do YouTube videos. And this interface just tells us why, because it will be filled with YouTube videos, and the SEO game is just being omnipresent on every different channel. So YouTube will literally be mandatory soon. So do product explainer videos, use case tutorials, try to do both top of the funnel videos as well as bottom of the funnel videos. So it's almost like creating written content on blog posts, but just passing that to different formats, or like text to videos, right? And that's how you get started on AI search, right? So these are just 4 tips very quickly. On the last video, I walked through how I use some of these tips and others to make over $1,000 in revenue that came from ChatGPT just in less than a month. But next, I will start doing more videos in depth of different specific techniques that you can use to rank higher on AI search. And if you want a free AEO audit, you just can go to rank site and use the code ATLAS for a 100% discount. Just a completely free audit for you. I'll check your website and rank everything for you. So thank you, and see you on the next one.